All right, guys, welcome back to Gen Booms.
Gen Booms?
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you were going to say it. You just held it there. I was like, where's it coming?
I can see it. You can read it.
All right, I'm Connor.
I am Robert, his dad.
Yeah. And today we are doing My Dear Melancholy by The Weeknd.
Oh, yeah.
We just keep working backwards through his discography the whole time.
Pretty much. I really love the three albums in the trilogy we just covered. So a lot of people were suggesting this one. So
Exactly.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it. I know there's at least a hit or something on there, right, that I've probably heard of.
Yeah, the first song, Call Out My Name, we both have heard.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Which, speaking of, I forgot to mention that this is actually going to be the first. It's very short, like an EP, but the first thing that we're sort of both reacting to. Because the only Weeknd stuff that I knew were the later trilogy and Starboy were the only albums I fully listened to. So I haven't even listened to most of the songs on here, so that'd be cool.
Oh, okay. Great. Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we
go. Yeah.
So start off with the first one, the one we both know.
All right, let's do it.
Call Out My Name.
We found each other, but falling for you was my mistake. I put you on top, I put you on top. I claimed you so proud and openly. So call out my name.
That's nice.
Always got great production. Cool. Always having problems with girls.
Yeah. That's really cool. Interesting that the song could actually, I mean, the title in particular could be taken like two ways, because like it's Call Out My Name and I'll Be On My Way, Girl. But because I mean, usually, like Call Out My Name and I'll come a running, kind of a thing. Like so which could be that way, like Call Out My Name and I'll be on my way, like I'll be on my way there. But it could also be Call Out My Name and I'll be on my way, like I'll be hitting the road, like it's
Yeah, because some of the lines where he's singing, he's like I forgot exactly. He's like, I was there for you, all that. So he's like, so call out my name, almost like he's annoyed.
Yeah.
Some of the lines definitely give off a vibe like he's annoyed with it or something.
So yeah, so it can definitely go different ways. And then I thought it was also interesting, like where he was saying, why can't you wait, like till I'm done with love, basically, like till like I forgot the exact line, but where is it? So okay, well, no. Girl, why can't you wait? Why
Oh, I
can't
see.
you wait till I fall out of love? So it's like he wants to be the one to break up. You're like, yeah, so,
That's true. That's sort of a funny line.
yeah. Like I thought that one kind of hit me. Like, yeah, wait till I fall out of love, because she already fell out of love. It sounds like. Anyway, I thought it was really interesting. It's like
Yeah.
cool lyrics that could be taken different ways. So
Yeah, I really like the one line where you added a distorted voice on top of it when he said like call out, and he added a distorted one.
Yeah.
That part was really cool. I love that production.
yeah, beautiful production as always. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go on to the next one. First one that we both haven't heard,
Okay.
called Try Me.
Anytime is a time. Anytime for you to get my call, baby. Sorry, baby. Sorry you alone, baby. Baby, ain't around, pick up your phone, baby. Best I ever had, baby girl, remind me. Let me know if it's on. You know where to find me. Having thoughts you never had. I didn't know you were down for I'm finding out. Well, I'm not trying to break up something you've been working out. You've been steady, but I'm ready to go all the way if you let me. Don't you tell me you're looking grown since the last time I looked at you. You look ready to go all the way if you let me take you down. Oh, can you try me? Once you put your pride aside, find me. You're the best I ever had. Baby girl, remind me. Having thoughts you never had. Yeah, try me. Once you put your pride aside, you know, find me. You're the best I ever had. Baby girl, remind me. Let me know if it's on. Find me. Baby, try me. Don't you miss me, baby? The way I kissed your scars, the way I fixed your heart, baby. Don't you miss me, baby?
All right, that's cool.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely, it sort of follows Call Out My Name, and some of the lines actually seem really familiar to me. I don't know if he actually, it looked like he not repeated, but like used some of the same words.
I'm not sure which one you mean, but
Okay, I'm gonna try and find it. But
I mean, lyrically, I also wasn't totally sure. Like, I mean, I don't think it was all over the place, but is that because he's saying "try me," which makes it sound like it's let's take a shot at this, let's try
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
you know.
That's
But
what
then
I
he's saying
said.
you're the best I ever had, which would insinuate that he's already had her, or she's already had him, or whatever. So, you know, so
Well, I think I think
Yeah.
what he was like. The earlier parts, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, he's always thinking about women. I'm assuming that's different.
right, and also it clearly
But,
sounded like, you know, she already had a boyfriend or whatever, and you know, you
Yeah, some of the first
but,
lines, yeah, that's why I was
you
like,
had something
parts
with
of
your
the-
man, and you don't care about him finding
yeah,
out.
a
kind
lot of the
thing.
lyrics definitely were like sounded like they had been together at some point, and now I get the vibe of it as like she's probably like they're done. She's got a new guy, but she still sees him, and he's like missing what they had. So he's like, "You gotta try me. Like, don't you miss the way I kissed your scars and all that."
Yeah,
So
right. Yeah,
that's what I get.
right. Because that's the way I was. Because it was like, try me makes it sound like it's something new, but then obviously your best ever had. But also I was thinking like, like sometimes if you're ready to fight something, it's like, don't try me. So he's
Yeah.
saying, try me. Like it's a different, like, let's do this, so it could be taken a different way.
Yeah.
He's often, seems like he has some cool lyrics that can be taken multiple ways. But that one seems, I mean, overall, I think a little more clear that, yeah, he wants to hook back up with her. But yeah, man, that was
interesting. I mean, it's not a great situation.
well,
Based off some of the first few lines.
no, some of those first few lines, particularly,
Saying,
because
yeah, she has a new guy.
yeah, I thought you had some kind of love for your man, kind of thing. It's like,
Exactly.
well, that's,
So continuing the bad habits.
yeah,
Always, man.
it's so far
He
away.
stays continuing
Every
the bad
album,
habits.
but always a cool style to it and a cool
Yeah.
voice and everything, So anyway, very nice.
Exactly. Now we got Wasted Times.
Okay.
Wasted times I spent with someone else. She wasn't even half of you. Reminiscent how you felt. And even though you put my life through hell, now I'm asking, who do you belong to now? Who you give that love to now? Who you pulling up for? Who you getting from for now? 'Cause I ain't got no business catching feelings anyway. I ain't got no business catching feelings. Catching feelings. These girls only want you when you in it. But you've been with me from the beginning. And I know right now that we're not talking. You are equestrian, so ride it like a champion. This sex will get you high without no other substance. Yeah, you belong to.
He always says like the most sexual lines with like the most angelic.
Voice.
I ain't got no business catching feelings. Wake up, I don't wanna wake up. If you ain't laying next to me, I don't wanna wake up. I don't wanna wake up. I don't wanna wake up. If you ain't laying next to me.
And some trippy stuff on
I
the.
know, some cool little. I was waiting for that like back to kick in. I was like, I could hear it. I was like, what are they saying?
Yeah, at the very end, it almost sounded like it was a girl talking a little bit in the background. I couldn't quite pick up.
Yeah, it's
on,
hard to tell.
What she
It
was
was really
saying, and I thought that was interesting. Though, like I got no business catching feelings. Like I don't like he just in it for the sex or whatever. Doesn't want to. And then,
Yeah.
But then the whole last part, it was like I don't want to wake up if you're not next to me. Like he kept repeating that over
so
and
much
over
of
and
his
over.
music, man.
He's that's true. He's always got a.
He's got a lifelong.
There's a lot of conflict going back and forth, and it's
Yeah.
always like I want this, but I don't want this. I want this.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah, like thematically, lyrically, everything is like completely follows the other two again. Wasted times I spent with someone else. She wasn't half of you. Assuming the same girl from the first two songs.
well, that's a running theme. He always wants what he can't have.
Always.
Right?
And he always
any
is
girl he
like-
has, I want this one because I can't have her. Now I want her. It seems.
Yeah,
to be
that, and he always seems like having bad habits, but he knows it. And then, obviously, we listened to the other album, so by this point, we know he's not exactly trying to change his habits.
He's,
At least not
no.
lyrically.
he's just self-aware.
Yeah, it just
Of what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's anyway, that was a cool song. There was a lot of little stuff there, and like especially when you hear the headphones, they're just like little things popping up, and
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That I couldn't pick it all up. I probably need a few listens, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah, probably. So next we have "I Was Never There," which this one I have heard this one,
Okay.
so I know this one, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, I remember it just because that beat is so interesting.
What makes a grown man wanna cry? His happiness is never real, and mindless sex is how he feels. When it's shine, when it's shine, when it's shine, it won't matter, it won't matter. It was like it was never there. It was like it was gone and thin air. When it's shine, when it's shine, when it's shine, it won't matter, it won't matter, it won't matter.
There's a strange change up. We'll check it out.
I know what love is. So I poison myself again and again till I feel nothing in my soul. I'm on the edge of something breaking. I feel my mind is slowly fading, and it's all because of you. 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 You
That was cool because I was like saying, you know, most of the song is saying, when it's time, it won't matter. Like he was never there. Keep saying that. So it's only like on the third person, but yet the title of the song was "I Was Never There." So it's really more, I think anyway, kind
True.
of talking about himself.
Yeah.
Just like telling her, like, hey, when it's, like that when that relationship ends, it won't matter. He won't even be there, kind of a thing. But he's really talking about himself throughout it. That's kind of the take I got.
True,
Off my
I
first
didn't
listen.
quite get it as that. Yeah, I didn't quite see it. I think that makes sense that he's like sort of talking about this guy, but also himself at the same time. I had just noticed like, it feels a bit ominous to me just because of the beat and everything is very upbeat, like very fun. But the lyrics of it, especially when he's like, "What makes a man? Is it what makes him want to take his life?"
Yeah,
And
I mean,
all of
that's-
the lyrics are, "When it's time, he won't be there." And he says like, there was other lines. He's like, "It's so easy." Where was it? Oh yeah, slowly fading, won't make it. And then, oh yeah, but yeah, just constantly saying like he's not gonna be there.
Yeah,
It just sounds
repeating
very,
it,
like-
and yeah, like he's depressed, just going on whatever, because it's all like I said, like could take his life, kind of a thing. But it's always just gonna engage in mindless sex because that's the way to feel and the way to heal. It's just like it makes you feel better at the time, feels good,
Yeah, he's on this album. This is the most vulnerable so far, where he's at least admitting like mindless sex he's just saying is mindless. It's just how I cope, basically.
Yeah.
And actually
I mean,
had a realization too, where he's like, you just want something toxic, so that's why I always just make myself, according to him, more toxic, and then I end up with these habits.
yeah, poisoning himself. But I mean, yeah, it's I think it's harsh stuff if he actually was saying this, but I mean, it's more I assume more thinking of, because like that now I know what love is, and I know it ain't you for sure. Like,
Yeah.
that's a harsh line to tell. But yeah, you'd rather something toxic. So yeah, that was really interesting. I think as he often does, I think some of the lyrics can be taken different ways, but overall, it's certainly about a
The only
sexual
'cause-
thing, relationship, and not really getting what he wants out of life and or out of relationships or whatever. But it is interesting, like you said, the way it started though. Like, what can make a grown man cry? What can make him,
wanna die.
Or
Want
want to take his life. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
It's also, I find it interesting because you mentioned like it's always talking about from like a third perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and the way some of the lyrics are, because it's third perspective until it gets to the you'd rather something toxic. I know it
Yeah.
ain't you.
So I poisoned myself.
So a lot of it, because he's always talking about these bad habits he has. I'm like, I do wonder if maybe he's supposedly almost talking from either the lover's perspective or just an outside perspective, and just actually completely talking to himself, even here. Saying like you don't like love, like you're the one who's creating toxic, like talking to himself.
Yeah, I think so in some lines. I mean, but the earlier stuff, I think he was saying like it won't matter, like he was never there. So that's not talking to, I mean, to a degree, but yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah, hard to say.
But it's just, I just thought that was interesting as it kept going on, because he kept repeating that, like, it won't matter, he was never there. It won't matter, he was never there.
yeah, I don't know.
And I'm looking on the tag, I go, wait a minute, with the titles, he doesn't ever say I was never there.
Yeah, that's why I don't. It definitely feels, at least to me, almost like two parts of him like battling, and he's just talking to himself in different ways.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know as much on this album or
All right, yeah.
song. So hopefully the comments
Whatever,
will let us know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you know, or you think you know, I guess let us know. Or if he's did an interview, what it all means. But as an artist, he probably just lets the lyrics speak for themselves, and they can be taken different ways, and it's kind of cool. So yeah.
Now we got Hurt You. I can hear the beat from the last one on there.
Now I know relationships my enemy, so stay away from me.
As he reached like that
I'm
conclusion.
wanting you. All the nights you slept alone, dry in your arms, and all the nights you thought about taking your life. 'Cause if it's love you want again, don't waste your time. But if you call me up, I'm fucking you on side. I don't wanna hurt you. I don't wanna hurt you. When you're with him, you close your eyes and think of me. Just call me up again, I'll make you weak. That all the nights you slept alone, dry in your eyes. 'Cause it's me, baby. And all the nights you thought about taking your life. It's me, baby. And if it's love you want again, don't waste your time. But if you call me up, I'm fucking you aside. I don't wanna hurt you. I don't wanna hurt you. I don't wanna hurt you. I don't wanna hurt you.
It's interesting that he brought the beat back for the last one. I think.
And it's kind of like a siren almost, like in the
Yeah.
background, the beginning and the end, which is kind of fits in the sense of like, as it is like he's repeating, "I don't want to hurt you," but basically
like,
saying, "But if you come back, like we get back together, whatever, I'm gonna hurt you."
essentially, yeah, it's such a
Essentially,
weird mindset.
Yeah. I mean, like man, every song he deals with his relationships and his pain and everything through sex.
Yeah, that seems to be his main coat.
Right.
Which in later albums he talks about drugs a lot too.
Yeah, exactly, and
Definitely his main coat.
I mean, not the worst way to deal with pain, I guess.
I mean, it is technically like instant dopamine.
Exactly right. So that part is pretty good. But yeah, like say how it started. I know relationships my enemy, so stay away from me. Because he's self-aware that he's not really good at it. And there's parts of it where he was even saying like, something about held you while you were crying, kind of a thing. And then it would say like, "'Cause of me." You wanted to take your life because of me. So like, that's it. That all the nights we slept alone, drying your eyes because of me, baby. Then all the nights you thought about taking your life because of me. So and then, I don't want to hurt you, but at the same time, like you call me up, I'm gonna fuck you.
It's such
on site, bam.
Backwards.
But it's so there's a self-awareness to it, but he's also kind of like warning her, like, "What's way it's gonna be."
Yeah, he's teetering on self-awareness.
Yeah, exactly.
Barely holding on to it.
Yeah, but
yeah. So I think I was wrong on the last one. I think just because way he says like, he's like, where was it? You try to fill the void with every man you meet. Like definitely talking about a girl. So and because this sounds like he's like, and now I know. So it's like after the last song. Mm-hmm. So I think he is specifically. I mean, it sounds like he's actually talking to a girl and not just himself.
Oh yeah. Well. Can't go different ways. It does sound like he meets women that are exactly like him. Like they're in that sexual area, like where they're going through their own shit, and they're hurting too, and they're neither are really good together, but the sex is good, and like it's which is not uncommon in a lot of relationships.
When I listen to a lot of his music, like when I pay attention to his music, it always feels like. Even when sometimes he talks about like getting better and getting past it, and then it seems to be like what happened, like he's back in the same situation. Like I definitely would assume the circles he's in, where the circles he's created, you can't quite leave that easily. So
I think that kind of makes sense to a large degree too.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, cool song, cool music, cool vibe. Yeah, like it a lot.
Yeah, that was cool. And now we're on the last one. Well, the last song, and then there's a acapella of "Call Out My Name" that we'll probably check out.
Oh, okay, cool.
So we got "Privilege."
This is a short album.
Yeah. See how it concludes.
Enjoy your privileged life, 'cause I'm not gonna hold you through the night. We said our last goodbyes, so let's just try to end it with a smile. 'Cause I held you down when you were suffering. You were suffering. Blues away, wait. I got too bad to take the blues away. To take the blues away. And I'ma fuck the pain away, and I know I'll be okay. They said our love is just a game, I don't care what they say. And I'ma drink the pain away, I'll be back to my old ways. Oh.
Yeah, especially the ending. It was
the last few
especially in your
seconds.
headphones. The musically was kind of going bong 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 like in the headphones. It was kind of going one side or the other. And that was really interesting. And then
And then it sounded like a car on gravel type
yeah,
of thing.
yeah, exactly.
And there's like a car on gravel for like 5 seconds, and then like a different pitch of the same noise or something.
Maybe pulling away, maybe coming up there.
Interesting. Very catchy.
Yeah.
Not too many lyrics on that one, but
Yeah, because I mean, it was almost, I was thinking, well, the song is called Privilege, but he's talking about suffering, over, like, suffering is what he says over and over and over, like, you were
like,
suffering.
I don't want to hear your suffering.
No more, and I don't want to hear your suffering, but you were suffering. It was like he keeps coming back to suffering.
Like, he's, because on the last few, I feel like he's going back and forth because he's like, I'm just going to hurt you, so don't come back to me. But if you do, like, again, like, if you do, I'm here. Like, I'm not going to turn you down. And
Right.
it's almost like he's annoyed that she didn't choose to come back to him. She's like, enjoy your privilege. Like, I'm not going to hold you anymore. That type of thing. Like, I don't want to hear your suffering.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of what I was getting from it, but sometimes it could be taken, again, different ways. I don't know. But yeah, because it definitely is like, hey, enjoy your privileged life and go do your thing.
Because he's clearly annoyed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I did think that was kind of cool. That I got 2 red pills to take the blues away. That's a nice little. I mean, it's somewhat and drink the pain away and all that stuff. But but sometimes when he would talk towards the end, it was where he was talking about the suffering. I felt like it could almost be taken a couple of ways. Again, because it's you are suffering no more. So, but it's like a comma there. So it's like, is it you are suffering and he's like telling himself no more? Like, I don't know. Or is he, you are suffering? Because he's not really saying you are suffering no more.
No,
there's a comma.
he's
every
definitely
time.
clearly like, I don't want to hear that you're suffering. That you're suffering. No more.
So it can go different because there's parts where he has a comma and the parts where he doesn't, which seems kind of intentional. Like, I don't want to hear that you're suffering. But then he's like, you are suffering, comma, no more. So it makes it where it could be taken a couple different ways. Hard to say.
Yeah, this one for sure compared to because I never listened to it fully. Compared to the trilogy, this one definitely has the least what would you call it? The least like self, like trying to do better for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
He's like teetering on his self-awareness, but not even then, barely, and not really putting in effort to change anything. It's definitely the most like rawly, that's the new word, but raw, just the most like, I'm messed up and I know it, but that's it.
Yeah, but it seemed like maybe there are multiple girls, and there certainly could be, and probably are, but it almost seemed like it was personal, and in some respects, almost like with some, someone he was dating or something, that maybe another star or something, or maybe some rich person, I don't know, but like, enjoy your privileged life and all that kind of stuff, like, because it does seem like one song does kind of go to the next, and they all kind of come, relate together, certainly about, being sex and getting, it's great, and then it's bad, and it's poison,
it could be one girl.
So, I don't know the whelms, regarding somebody, what have you. But it kind of had that feel to it. So it doesn't really matter, I guess, one way or the other, whether it's multiple women or one. But, I mean, the thoughts are still the same, or the feelings and stuff. But, yeah, it's almost like this is like the predecessor to the trilogy that we heard, which I guess it is. And that it's more just about realizing it,
just realizing really.
this whole sexual thing, and and using that as a vice, and that he's not necessarily good in relationships, and he seems to hook up with somebody who's also pretty much the same. And
speaking of the title now, My Dear Melancholy, he's writing to himself most likely.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
in the picture, actually, we'll have it up, you guys will see it, but he looks numb. There's just nothing.
So it's all comes together.
Compared to like, I'm pretty sure, his last album before this was Starboy, which is like Starboy. It's the complete opposite. It's like he's.
I mean,
I'm just going off. In terms of like what he's putting out there to the world. Starboy. It obviously. He looks almost depressed in like almost everything he does.
Yeah, we're looking at his album covers and
Yeah.
he's beat up, he's
But,
depressed, he's anguished.
That's so
Whatever.
funny. But Starboy is
Yeah.
compared to like My Dear Melancholy, he looks more melancholic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but it seems like it's at least at this point, it's more just dealing with the sex and the bad relationships and and the good and the bad. Whereas later it got to be, well, it's still the sex, but alcohol and drugs and whatever
Yeah.
else. Like it was kind of more spiraling out of control.
It's definitely like it's definitely a predecessor to those three, but it feels like a complete like
It goes with it.
a complete predecessor to After Hours.
Yes.
Like After Hours is like completely following the same.
Yeah. Yeah. It just expands on it. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's brilliant how it does it. So yeah. Really interesting.
Yeah, really
so,
cool. So we got one left, which is Call Out My Name a cappella.
Acapella, okay.
Might as well check it out.
Yeah. Cool.
But here we go.
We found each other. I helped you out of a broken place. You gave me comfort. I claimed you so proud and
Curious to see how it sounds without all the
openly.
cool production.
When times were rough, I made sure I held you close to me. So call out my name. I want you to stay, even though you don't want me. Girl, I can't you wait? Girl, why can't you wait till I fall out of love? Won't you call out my name? I said I didn't feel nothing, baby, but I lied. I almost cut a piece of myself for your life. Guess I was just another pit stop till you made up your mind. You just wasted my time, you're on top. And when times were rough, I made sure I held you close to me. So call out my name, call out my
I didn't know they were still gonna have the voice
so
effect.
call out my name
cool,
when
that's cool.
I kiss you so gently. I want you to stay. I want you to stay. Girl, why can't you wait? Girl, why can't you wait till I? Girl, why can't you wait till I fall out of love? Baby, call out my name. Say, call out my name, baby. Girl, call out my name and I'll be on my way, girl. I'll be on my.
That was interesting.
Interesting for sure.
Yeah, I mean, what a beautiful voice! Like I just every time,
Yeah,
like
he's got a great voice, man.
so beautiful. And then it just kind of just pulls you in though, like when he's just singing a cappella, like a little, the initial part, and it's just like, wow, it's like it just without the music. What I mean, it's kind of just it's really nice. Kind of pulls you in. Kind of liked it better actually than the very end where he just kind of repeated with the auto tune kind of a thing going. But I like the purity of his voice. And
Yeah,
the
that
acapella part was kind of better.
Toony distortion thing at the end was
Yeah,
interesting.
that was kind of unusual. It's all right, but I mean, I did like that one part where it just kind of had that distortion. It was
Oh, that one line?
Yeah, like
I don't know, that really catches.
because I was like, whoa, that caught me off
Didn't
guard,
expect
and
it at all.
that was kind of cool actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the same lyrics as before, but it just it's certainly such a different vibe. And there's parts of it where 2/3 of the way in where kind of got a Michael Jackson vibe, and which I know he was a fan of, just because there was parts where he was almost like he was having more fun. Because the first part is kind of he's just singing straight forward,
I
you
think I
know,
know
and
what
then
you
there was
mean.
parts where he's like, woo! You know, there was like,
I was gonna say,
he's throwing
okay,
out.
I was curious. I was first like, what do you mean by it? And then I was like, so this portion here, I noticed too, like at
Yeah.
first, it's just him, and there's not really any background or anything.
Yeah.
And then he started adding more layers of his voice.
Yes,
You could definitely
exactly.
hear him go,
And then it goes, because
and things like
girl,
that.
why can't you wait? Woo! It was
Yeah,
just like, you know, why can't you? Yeah, so it
And
was,
more like of himself in the background.
yeah. So that's where I was just like, thought, oh, it kind of, because I've heard, you know, stuff where Michael had done stuff like that.
He takes
You know,
it to
just
the
in the
next
studio
level.
and without the music, same kind of a thing. And, you know, and just like, he's parts where he's just like he's having fun with it, or he's
It's
just like
so
he knows
much
what's going to
fun.
work, and it's just like whoa! You can just almost imagine
Yeah.
him doing his moves and, you know, grabbing himself and how he does.
Yeah,
it,
I
'cause
love.
it's like
I
he's just
gotta
into
hear
it.
The Weeknd do something like that at some point. There's the one, I think it's Chicago by MJ. It genuinely cracks me up every time I hear it, just because like you just in the back. I was like, yo, chill. Like what?
He's so yeah.
my God.
But he was always when he would do it, he was always so into it, and
It's
then
so
he's
much
doing his
fun.
own thing, and he's just
Yeah.
like, you can see like he's in the studio, like he'll be dancing, and
having
he's
fun,
like
man.
he is like he's.
Yeah.
He's like he's putting on a full performance.
He
Nobody's
really
even
is.
there. It's
Yeah.
just this is the rehearsal.
He's
kind
in
of
it,
thing.
man.
So that's kind of the vibe I was getting at parts when he was doing his thing. Anyways, yeah, that's really
I'm
cool.
gonna see if I can. That is cool. It reminds me of Distortion on guitar. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was so pure, you know, up until that part, and then it's like, whoa, it really kind of hit you. Like that was.
Yeah, it sounds like a tremolo thing on guitar. It sounds really cool.
Yeah. So very cool. I mean, that was a short album, but
Super short.
very cool, and certainly, you know, as you said, a predecessor to what's coming with with the next trilogy and all that stuff. So yeah, very cool.
Really cool. Glad you guys recommended it.
Yeah, thank you.
And
Very cool.
And
And,
thank you to everybody who watched After Hours too. That thing is blowing up for us. So thank you guys for watching it and recommending this. And we will do some more Weekend, of course.
Yeah,
So you guys
yeah.
recommend.
And there was a recommendation for doing the videos, which sounds
Oh,
awesome. I
yeah,
would love to
that.
watch it and react to that. So that we'll definitely be doing that.
that, and then I've seen some recommendations. I think we've got some for like Starboy and Kissland. At
Yeah,
this point,
yeah.
we'll probably just keep going backwards.
I guess
through his
so.
discography.
So many things that you know we're trying to get around to also. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. Hopefully, if you liked the video, please give us a like or subscribe or both. That would be awesome. So, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.
Thanks. Take care.
Bye.